one of the little practices I've been doing recently for a little while now is in the morning time when I wake up, instead of kind of following the kind of tired and grumpy mind of morning mind, which happens for me with fair regularity after my alarm goes off, at least for a little while. Kind of drowsy, kind of I don't want to get up into the cold room to turn on my heater kind of thing. But after going and turning on my heater to warm up the room a little bit after the night, and then sitting there waiting 15 minutes or so while it heats up before I do my exercises, I've taken to try to use that time wisely by contemplating the Mangala Sutta and just kind of going through it in English and sometimes with thinking about the Pali too, because we chant them both regularly, so I think most of us know them in Pali and in English. And so kind of just going back and forth and reflecting on all the highest blessings and how they do or don't manifest in my life, and appreciating the reflections that really help to kind of swim through that morning mind of slight tired, maybe a little grumpy feeling, and put it in a bit more of a positive space for getting up and starting the day. And I was doing that this morning, and just one of the paragraphs towards the end of it always strikes me, and oftentimes when I'm thinking about it, I almost sends shivers up my spine, because it's just, I don't know, it just does. And it's the one that in Pali it's the Putasa Loka Dhammehi Chittanyasa Nakampati Asokang Virjan Kemang. And it's that's translated as like, although in contact with the world, unshaken the mind remains, beyond all sorrow, spotless, secure. Which is a description of the pure, unencumbered, unobstructive mind that's possible. And I just find that just even saying the words helps to kind of settle the mind into a peaceful, non-reactive kind of place, stepping back from all the little stories or scenarios that start to emerge into the conscious thought patterns. And, although in contact with the world, here we are, we do operate in a world around us, all sorts of stimuli come into our heart, into our mind through the senses, and we're in contact. It's just the way that we're a sensitive creature. We have all of these arenas where data can enter in, sight, sounds, tastes, and particularly thoughts start to enter in and have their way with us. And so we can't avoid that. That's just part of living. And we've got these 6 sense bases, and we're receiving input from them all the time. But although that happens in the mind that's realized, at least to some extent, sometimes, unshaken the mind remains. Chittanyasa nakampati, like not trembling, not vibrating, not reacting, not shaking, unshakable. The mind remains. It can be very steady. Asokang virjan kemang, asokang without sorrow, pure, secure, kemang secure. These are qualities of a mind that is able to kind of drop below all of the stories and memories and opinions and views and ideas, concepts. Drop below that, steady it, calm it, and release it. And there's this quiet dwelling place, it's just the knowing that's beneath it all, that we can find a secure place in. And we can keep referring back to that. It'll get shaken up every now and then when something strong comes through and our defilements or our mental obstructions kind of grab a hold of them. But then when we see that happening, if we have had a little experience contacting that more still, quiet, unshakable place in the heart, then we just keep returning to that as a point of reference, as a point of refuge. And we can do that throughout the day, using our mindfulness of the body to help keep drawing us back, drawing us down, drawing us away from that entangled way we can be with the world, caught up in all the different things that come to us day after day or moment after moment. We can disentangle ourselves from that and not dwell in all the various difficult mind states that we habitually sometimes find ourselves in. So just spending time in our practice, cultivating that still, quiet place to be, this point of awareness and knowing, unencumbered, unshakable. And even if we don't access that very easily or naturally, we can perceptualize it, turn it into a perception of what it might be like if I could access that. And then just keep returning and using that as our place for refuge. So I'll leave that there for this morning.